light. The light bring you back here. This hell, the devil made this. Jesus said that I am in God, God is in me, I am in you, and we all are the same. So I think everybody needs to know they God. But I'm gonna tell you this, it's a war, and it's crazy because it's scary. Everybody gonna die, right? Because the war is real, right? Don't nobody believe me. I try to tell everybody think I'm crazy. Listen, y'all don't understand. You're not here in life to figure out what's good and bad, because ain't no such thing. Let me ask you something. Let me tell you something. This is how you know it ain't about good or bad. Right? You know a good church person?
Yeah.
You know a good Muslim person, right?
Nah, I don't know no Muslim.
You know a good religious person, the opposite of a Christian?
Yeah.
When they get together, they both got good messages, right?
Yeah.
Why they come when they get together, they fight? If it's about good and evil. They both talk good, but they end up bad. So is it about good and evil? You tell me. Or is it about ego? Is it about money? What's it about, gang? It ain't about good and bad. Good and bad the same, gang. You think you're on earth to feed and take care of people and go to work? Stop around me. When God told you be fruitful, multiply, he wasn't talking about fuck. Stop around me, because that wasn't even God. That wasn't God, gang. That was the fucking devil.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, you guys, I have a little quick compilation. I know I say this every time, y'all. I say it's quick every time, and it don't be. Y'all get to know it. By the time this, our little community that made it to like about a year, we gonna know each other. Well, y'all gonna know me, and hopefully I'll be able to get these memberships and super chats and lives and all this stuff going on so that we can go ahead and get this a little bit more personal. But nevertheless, welcome back, you guys. I missed you guys. So today, if you haven't seen from the beginning, we are going mentally. We're manifesting to Jamaica. So we're in the islands right now. I have on my little island clothes, doing my little island thing. And I like shots. So I started off and I'm back, y'all. So Top Shots is back. So I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm not going to ramble. Like I always tell you guys, do your own research. This is going to be fun. So let's get to the content. Let go, y'all.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing in this video. Do you see it? What's weird about this FIFA World Cup thing right here? Y'all, it's literally in the presence of two separate angels. And heck no, I'm not talking about the people. This is literally the outside is like a throne or an orphan, and then the inside is like a cherubim. Yo, why in the world would they shape this award the exact way that the Bible describes certain angels? Not to mention we've been having these things pop up in the sky lately. I'm sure this video right here is fake, but then we had this image which was going around when we had the Dior bags going around. But these things have been seen everywhere. By the way, I got surprised at the end. Gonna do a fast forward real quick. People are finally finding out what stars really are, not to mention we have these scientists coming out with the Dyson spheres. By the way, watch how fast this video gets copied. It's March 7th at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Now the bonus, have you ever played Final Fantasy VII? Well, Sephiroth's actually the devil and a seraphim, just like the Bible. Different stages of the last boss are literally different power level angels. And you know that grievingly strong attack he uses? You know, that wipes out the whole earth in the game? What is this? Nasha? Apophis? Google Images says 2029 a meteor is gonna wipe us out? You don't say. But anyways, why do y'all think they made the award in the shape of angels? Or am I reaching?
So I pressed pause for a second, y'all, because I want you guys to keep an open mind. This channel is definitely not going to be all about no spherical earth. From my personal opinion, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't feel like we live on a ball. I feel like it's not really, it's flat, but it's not if it makes sense. I do feel like there's different dimensions. Hence why I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it in, I think it's the next video I have where we're gonna talk about some portals that they've been building, but I feel like it's deeper than what we have been taught. So, oh, and let me piggyback real quick to Moon Henry. In Ezekiel, it talks about that the angels look like wheels within a wheel. You know, like biblically, it says it. You know, I know we've talked about the King James Bible, but I do feel as though there are different. How can you put this? You know how, for instance, there's truth, and then there's also some stuff that's been twisted to go ahead and deceive. And that's why I feel like, you know, I feel like the Father always says that you have to study for your own self approve, and then you have to also have that relationship with Him. I know for me, like I tell you guys all the time about my spidey senses and stuff, I get those, and I've learned in the almost 36 years that to understand and trust my own instincts, because I don't leave myself wrong. When I second guess myself and when I go against myself is when I do. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble, y'all. Y'all know I will do it. So let's get back to the content. But I wanted y'all to keep an open mind though. And you know, let's just look at this. Let's look at the Tartaria situation. And look, let me get my disclaimer out really quick. I know we got other stuff that we could be talking about that's going on in the world, but I also feel like if we don't deal with the deception, we can't fix the issues. Yeah, we have stuff going on with single mothers and poverty. Yeah, it's all that is here, yes. But it all stemmed from being deceived. So if we don't start back from the issue, we can't fix the present. Hence why people don't never heal, because they don't fix the root. You got to go back to the root. My mama was a therapist. I grew up with a counselor. So I had to do affirmations, look in the mirror and all that. Yeah. Let me have had an issue. You're going to have to journal it and all that. Love you, Mom. But let's keep going. Let's go.
Oh well, cheer up. Gold splits better 3 ways instead of 4. Must be hidden here somewhere. Read this.
By 3 they come, by 3 thy way opens, by thy blood of them willing. Hail, hail the Creator. Oh, hail the daughter of... Oh no.
What about the coin? What's it say?
This is forbidden. This is a summoning. I cannot speak.
Don't lie to me! We came here for treasure. What is this place?
I don't know. Maybe it's a temple. Or a tomb, or...
Let me get your attention for a minute, America. Have you ever been wondering about what's behind the ice walls? Now check this out. This guy right here got the maps of the ancient times. He finna break it down. Wait.
Okay, so let's talk about this in a lot more detail. Okay, so this is Earth right here, right? North, Central, South America, Africa. This is our one rotating sun, and this is the other district. It's still in our district, but you know, this is our part of our realm. This whole thing is our realm right here. So the whole thing is our realm. Right here is Lilith's gates. This is Hades' gate. This is where Lilith's castle is at, right here in this area. And you can, if we could really catch a boat here, the Ancestral Republic's right here. This land's Anik, this Ancestral Republic. They could really get a boat, go to here, but as soon as they get here, they got all these goons right here. This is Lilith's gates. They getting tore the hell up right here and pushed right back. So Elon wants to fly, but he can't fly, right? Because you know it's too far. You know he can only fly probably to the Ancestral Republic. From the Ancestral Republic, he got to fly all the way. You know what I'm saying? He can't go this far. We don't have the capabilities to go to the lands of Mars. You know what I'm saying? From this area here. And plus you got to deal with all these people here, so you can't stop and land. You stop and land, man, the Klingons is on your ass real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, and this whole land is a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but dragons over here in these mountains right here in the mountain wall. Okay, so you got to fly and get that free energy source from the president, so that way he can fly from here straight across nonstop and land in an area in this land right here, somewhere over here. And because the land of Mars is kind of desolate from the old wars that was happening here in these lands, from the Anunnaki and stuff. It was the Anunnaki and us having wars all in these lands over here. Okay, custodians, everybody's a part of this war. Them, Nibiru, which is Marduk. Marduk is Anunnaki. Became the king of Nibiru. You got the custodians, which is a mix of Anunnaki. You know what I'm saying? This is still Anunnaki lands, and of course, you got the children of Tiamat, which live here, which are Anunnaki bloodlines too. It's 13 different bloodlines, but they're all living in this areas that I just showed y'all. So yeah, man. So the reason why they try to get up out of here is because Lilith is about to rise up to reclaim everything back. You know what I'm saying? She already took out, you know what I'm saying, the other leader, which is Enki, and now she's controlling the whole realm. So she's about to take control of the whole realm and basically put the prisoners back in prison. The people who are in prison are supposed to be the custodians of this land, right? So that's why majority of the people who are in prison are African American, but really they're supposed to be the custodians of the land, and the roles are supposed to be flipped. So these are the children of Tiamat in these lands. So that's why they're trying to get the hell up out of here. They got to get up out of here as fast as possible, but they're not taking everybody with them. They're only taking the elite, you know, and the other people, if they're going to try to go to Greenland and, you know what I'm saying, and Canada to fly out, go to probably this Asgard, which is up here. Asgard's right here. They may try to fly up to Asgard, but Asgard not having it, man. You can only be from a royal bloodline if you live here. They got their own stuff going on right here, everywhere. They got their stuff going on everywhere, you know what I mean? Their own civilization. So, you know, if they think they're about to come to another civilization, Bogar, with the technology that we have, they're toast. So the only choice they have is to fly to Mars. They can't go underwater, and mermaids rule the waters. So they have to go fly across. That's the only choice. And they have to have a port here so they can go back and forth from Mars to Earth, right? And they ain't going over here. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? Now they're nowhere else. They're good. Lands of Draco, I don't think so. The only place close enough for them to reach is right here. So, I mean, but they got to get past all these goons right here, Hell's Gate right here, and I'm pretty sure it's all this area right here. So, it's a lot to cover.
Diablo 4 season of witchcraft. I seen the kind of like the intro for that, and it shows the birthing of Lilith into this realm, and I was like, interesting. So that could kind of help some people kind of correlate, and then also bring it back to the people that don't play the games. Is that why Elon always wants to go to Mars? Because see, outer space don't necessarily mean, if we're in a dome, right? Nobody says how big the dome could be. Outer space is just out of this space. This little space we in. Y'all let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's keep going to the next one. Let go.
Blessed are God, thy eternal light protects me. Thy divine wisdom guides me. Though my path is water darkness, guide my soul to thy sacred place.
From the abyss, we see thy salvation. By three they come. Follow me thy way opens. By the blood of the willing. We call thee home.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to cover this and explain why we actually live in hell. Okay, so Tartary is actually Tartarus, and it's actually another word for Tartarus is hell. Okay, and we understand that they used to call Siberia and Asia Tartaria, and then in America it was called Tartaria Superior. So basically, America will be the capital of hell. You see, and if you look right here on this map, it says Hades Bridge. And so I'm looking into it and I'm reading the book about the last reset in 1728. And it explains how the people that were in the ancient lands of Anak, which is where the giants live, and the people in the ancestral republic, and a lot of the people in the known lands was trying to fight at the gate. And Lilith, right? Lilith is an Anunnaki. One of the ancient bloodlines of the Anunnaki is actually guarding the gate. That's where her castle's at. And Lilith and the Anunnaki actually guard the gate to get out of hell. Right? So this land is actually highly protected. And you can see, like, where the Ancestral Republic is, it's inside the mountain ring. Right there on the bottom. Okay? It's inside the mountain ring. And outside the mountain ring, what do you see? Lemuria, Atlantis, the Mermaid Islands. So if they try to go in the waters, the mermaids and all their civilizations will get them in the water. If they try to go to the sky, Atlantis and Lemuria will get them from the sky. And if they try to go on land, Lilith, they have to go through the gate. So Lilith and the Klingon people, which is basically a hybrid species of Elohim and Draconians, and that's like their species of people right there. And so the most ancient bloodline in the known lands is North Central South America and Africa, and all the lands that's inside of the known lands is the most ancient bloodlines. All the black people in the known lands are the children of Tiamat. So this is actually the original land throughout the whole galaxy. And this is the bottomless pit. We're in the bottom of the bottom. So if every other land is higher than us. So when they're talking about Christ coming to the bottomless pit, he was coming to the known lands, because that's where hell is at. And so it's Lucifer, which is Satan, which is also Enki, was cast down to the known lands into inner earth, to where he's actually held, you know what I'm saying, he chained up, you know what I'm saying, because he was trying to splice the DNA of the Elohim. He was trying to splice the DNA of his own brother. So he was punished by Anu, and he was put there by the Anunnaki. And Lilith and all of her people, and also, who else is that? Atos, which is Thanatos, the son of Nyx, grandson of Chaos. And these are royal ancient Anunnaki bloodlines. Okay, and then they got another person named Argus, which is like a hybrid creature. And you can see it right there. It says it outside of the mountain ring, Argus. And these beings are actually making sure that the wicked ones and the giants never leave hell. You can't escape hell. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to blast the dome so that they can try to escape, but they can't get past it. So what Elon's trying to do is get the free energy and stuff like that from the classified files, so that he can actually have a craft that can fly past the mountain ring south and keep going south into what is Terra, which is Mars. Mars is south of us. So all he got to do is fly south, but it's a one-way trip, because that's why the homie said he got to pass away on Mars, because you can't come back and forth, because there's no, you can't gas up once you get there. You know what I'm saying? There's no place to gas up at. So he has to pass away there, establish a spaceport so that they can come back and forth. But I don't think that's going to happen, because they're being surrounded by Atlantis, Lemuria, the Mermaid Islands, and Lilith and all her goons. And then you got Thanatos, which is the grandson of Chaos. You know what I'm saying? These are ancient primordial beings out here on the outside. And then Leviathan actually is in these waters on the outside. And at first I thought that, you know, that big old dragon in South America was Leviathan, but it's not. That's Tiamat. She's gone. You know what I mean? But we are all the children of Tiamat in these known lands. And this is the most ancient bloodline in the galaxy. And that's why it's the most protected. So we got to get this notion of us being in hell and we're being punished, because we can actually, the Elohim in the known lands, we can actually go to the gates and leave. But the wicked ones, we know who they are. And the giants, this is their tomb. This is where they'll forever be. That's why you see giant mountains, you know what I'm saying, just frozen solid or knocked down. This is because this is their punishment. This is hell for them. And the eternal fire is the sun. So that last reset was in 728, where the giants of Anak and the Ancestral Republic tried to escape hell. And what happened was they got horribly massacred, and they got pushed back inside the mountain ring, and now they're at the ancient lands of Anak and the Ancestral Republic, and they're scattered around in that land. But nobody can leave hell unless you're from the Anunnaki bloodlines. And you ever wonder why there's so much wickedness here? It's, you know, why people lie to each other and people do heinous things to each other. It's because this is Tartarus. You got to understand, like, you know, everything that happens is evil here, and we think that it's just a coincidence or it's just a cruel world and we can get better. It's Tartarus. Yeah, I mean, this is the lowest dimension you can go to, but it's the original dimension. So this is why there's so many churches and liquor stores right next to each other. It's because, you know, you got to have the good and the bad. You know, this is where we're living at. So that true reason why they hiding the information about Tartaria is because they don't want you to know that this is actually Tartarus. And how many people would try to escape if they knew that we were actually living in a physical hell? And it's not a spiritual place, it's a physical place. And we're in the bottomless pit, you know. But like I said, you know, us people who are from here, we just want our land back. You know, y'all can try to escape if y'all want, but y'all not gonna make it.
Whoa. Well, you guys tell me what y'all think in the comments. That was deep. I did find some clips of that video game I was talking about in the video prior to this. Diablo 4 with Lilith, and I'm gonna piece it in different sections of the video so that I don't get copyright issues. So that's why y'all seen it, a piece of it. Y'all gonna see a piece of it, and then another piece. I think I got 3 or 4 pieces. But you know, in the words of Kanye, ooh, I don't know. He's a little controversial right now, especially right now. You know, but Kanye's always controversial, so I'm not surprised. You know, but we in hell already. That was interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all think though. Let's keep going.
Listen, I heard that eternal light protects me, that divine wisdom guides me. Oh my
Open your eyes.
Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal light protects me. Eternal
There
light.
is no light here. You came to the darkness for knowledge.
Yes.
And all the knowledge you seek is here. Surrender. Speak the words. Call her home.
By 3, they come. By 3, thy way opens. By the blood of the willing, we call thee home.
Yeah! Look, if you anything like me and you've been receiving these upgrades in 2023, let me tell you why. First and foremost, if you were born and raised in North America, there's a satellite view of you being connected to something called Turtle Island. How did the ancestors know America looked like a turtle? Let me tell you. It has been known that in North America, predominantly, they have produced the most ancient and mystical beings of all time. Ranging all the way from Mexico to the United States and even Canada, we have what you call Turtle Island. Now, the ancient turtle brings us the teaching of the truth. So turtle is also symbolic to the true teachings or those who bear the truth within. This is why those that are associated with the turtle for a spirit guide would be using that as a symbol of endurance, strength, commitment, and quote unquote off ancient wisdom, like ancestor wisdom. So when we take a look at North America from Mexico here, all the way around to Canada to the Arctic, this is Turtle Island right here. You see that? Yeah, that's Turtle Island. Now let's talk about the power-ups we have now. If your ancient ancestral lineage was from here, pause and read, you might be receiving some divine upgrades right now. All of this, Mexico, the United States of America, Canada, is known as Turtle Island. Now, a long time ago, our ancestors venerated 13 months not 12, because they had something called the 13 months that ran on a 28-day cycle regarding what we call the lunar or moon solar principle, which when the moon was working predominantly together with our sun, we recognized we had a 13-month cycle, not a 12. Crazy, right? So most of us are known as chiefs. Yes, we are the lords of the land or the landlords, members of the indigenous people of the Americas, used chiefly in anthropological and linguistic contexts. Amerindians. That's right. We are those from Tiamat. Ameri. We'll see you at the top. Follow me for more. Real. Yeah.
Tell me what y'all think in the comments.
I'm gonna ball till the day I fall. Long as my bitches love me, my bitches love me, my bitches love me. I don't give a fuck about no haters, long as my bitches love me. My bitches love me. My bitches love me. I don't give a fuck about no nigga, long as we bitches love me.
Eartha Kitt died screaming no, no, no. Now, as you may know, Eartha had a troubling early life, not knowing who her father was, her mother dying when she was young, not being close to any of her other relatives, heartbreak among some of the biggest stars in Hollywood. But that all changed when her only child, Kit McDonald, came into the picture. Her namesake, Eartha introduced the pair as, I'm Eartha, this is Kit. Eartha Kitt. She completed her, and it birthed a mother-daughter relationship that many hoped for. But that bond was threatened in 2006 when 79-year-old Eartha Kitt was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer, which surprised her daughter given her mother's healthy lifestyle that included subsistence farming and daily exercising. After a long 2-year battle, Kit was given preparation from hospice. She was told her mother would soon stop drinking, eating, basically fade out. But Eartha wasn't going out without a fight, literally. Even with losing her ability to speak 2 days before her death, she did not lose her ability to make facial expressions, grunts, and use the little bit of energy that she had left. And on Christmas Day, Santa Baby made her exit screaming at the top of her lungs. Kit, overridden in shock and grief, told her mother it's okay to go, it's okay to go, but her mother continued to scream with tears coming down her face. She did not want to leave her life, her other half, her daughter. For Kit, this was a full circle moment of her mother's survival instincts, not letting up even in her last breath. And even though she lost the battle to death, she did not leave her daughter. That first Mother's Day without Eartha was rough, as you could imagine. All she wanted to do was hear her mother's voice, and she got just that as she was sitting in the living room with her mother's ashes next to her, flipping through channels. She came across a small film that her mother was a part of in 2007. She didn't know what part of the movie she was at, if her mother's part had already passed, when right on cue, the camera went to the perspective of the main character who was taking advice from Eartha's character, except this time, Eartha wasn't speaking to the character. She was speaking through the lens to Kit.
Motherhood is selfless. It's about putting children first. You may not approve of every decision I made, but you didn't see me run off having fun at your expense. Children come first.
Don't we love seeing the serendipitous moment? Listen, if you completed this video, be sure to comment the bouquet emoji because I also love seeing the real ones that completed my videos. I'm St. Dallas.
Well, that was touching. You know, wow. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. But let's keep going, y'all. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Whoa. Whoa. Side note. When in Jamaica, hence why. So let's keep this going. Whoa, that was interesting though. I wonder if we would need to listen to that. I might if the clip is fast and when y'all watch it, it's because I sped it up in my editing process because I'm like, I don't know if I want to like play that little chant all constantly or whatever the hell he was saying. That's summonings. Or maybe I'm just looking into it. Y'all tell me. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. So y'all, this next video is a little long. But really long. It's like 8 minutes. But I want you guys just to, take it in and listen. And let's get to it. It's an 8-minute long video. So let's go, y'all.
Hi, this is Miss Baker. I'm back again. Today I want to talk about some myth. The first myth I want to display is, and just go ahead on and knock it out the box, is the nations, the First Nations, the pretendians is what we call them in the South. These are people who paid $5 to be on the diary. First Nation, today's Native American. Let's go on and knock that "you came up over the ice wall" theory out the box. There's no way you came up over an ice wall because we know the map is upside down. You can Google that too. Hell, you can go to schoolhouse, talk to your teachers. Today's map that we look up is upside down. So there's no way you came up over an ice wall. Not to mention, you all are under contract with our government. You all are under contract with our government because when we fought the wars between the Dutch, the Spanish, the French, they had a contract where they couldn't get involved. We couldn't be put into slavery. But if we were already in servitude, they would take us. After we would get through fighting the wars between the Dutch, the Spanish, whoever we were fighting, and we were fighting everybody, the people that we call natives of today would put us in chains and sell us. They weren't bringing people here. They were selling us throughout the world. They were selling us all over the world. That's why you got Taínos today that are in Czechoslovakia. You got Taínos today that are in Africa. They was dispersing us, just like the Bible said they would, so we would not know where home was. Some of us are so far removed from where we originally started from that there's no way you would know who you are unless you did some research. And some of you still would come up because they were not keeping records on slaves. Not those type of records. Not where you went, who you went with, and how he sold you overseas and you was in the West Indies. Now they sent us to Africa. They sent us to the West Indies. They sent us to Jamaica. They sent us to Cuba. They sent us to South America. And then they sent them people that were over there other places. Let's talk about displacement. Lake Lanier. You all heard about Lake Lanier. How they flooded out the lake and killed all the people down. Well, the people they killed that were there were black people. Those were black tribes. But here's something you probably didn't know. When we built the Panama Canal, down inside that canal, where the canal is now, there were hundreds of thousands of black tribes that did not speak English, and a lot of them spoke different dialects of what we speak today. Those people were drowned. They just flooded that entire region out. They don't teach you that in history, do they? That's another reason you don't see so many of us running around. That's another reason we are far more displaced than other people. Nothing has happened to other people like it has happened to us. Now here's another myth I'm going to displace for you. Christopher Columbus was not lost looking for India. Christopher Columbus was sent over here. The Moors, a North African tribe, took over Spain for about 800 or 900 years. When they took over Spain, they brought them up out of the caves. They taught them about taking baths. We built libraries. We built universities. And they told them about the tribes in Turtle Island, what you call America. This is what you don't know. Turtle Island, America, is part of the Moroccan Empire. So is Haiti. Haiti was the stronghold for the Moroccan Empire and our part of the world. When the Moors came up through Africa and took over Spain, they told them about us. That's a lie. He wasn't looking for anything but us. That's why when he went, the first time he went with 3 ships. The second time, he came back with the Invincible Armada. Remember that in history? They teach it a little different in America, but the Invincible Armada was over 200,000 Spanish ships that came to wipe us out. And they continued on until they almost did. But, like I tell all the Africans, you can't see the North Star from Africa, and you wouldn't have never known to take it to find freedom in Canada, because you wouldn't have known, and you were never here, and we're not descendants of you. Another myth I'm going to dispel of right now. Go! Talking to my dogs, y'all. The phenotypes of the American Indian is different from the African. Go. Our phenotype starts in America. It goes down across South America. I'm hitting my dog. It's a cane corso. He hard-headed. And he's a puppy. Anyway, it goes down to South America. Then it comes off South America, goes up through Haiti. It goes from Haiti to the Middle East over by Persia, and it stops. It does not go into Africa. Ergo, the Americas is older than Africa. We do not have the same phenotypes. You can look this up. Most of the things I'm telling you, it's on PDF, and they got it out there. It's free. You can look at it. They just didn't think we were smart enough to go find it. You can Google the PDFs. Look it up. Our phenotype does not mix. And some of us were mixed with Africans because some of us were slaves. So some of you might have different phenotypes. But the majority of the true American Indians, we stopped in the Middle East. And here's something else you need to understand, African. A lot of the foods that the Africans eat, ergo the sweet potato, yucca, are not native to that continent. If it's not native to that continent and you've been eating it for hundreds and thousands of years, you got it from me. A lot of the a lot of the gods that they worship are Tho and Nubia, dogs. Nubia's a dog. Dogs are native to Mexico. So learn your history, people. Learn your history. And here's one more little tidbit for you. Haiti was the stronghold in the Americas for the Moroccan Empire. Around about that time, there was a 32-degree west platonic shift in the Americas. Before that platonic shift took place, Haiti, Florida, and Cuba was in walking distance. Cuba is about 50 miles off the Florida Keys to this day. When that tectonic plate shift, the land dropped down and the water came up. That's why everybody was moving from south to north, because the polar ice was melting. Where we moved up to, we really moved up to the mountaintops. Ergo, somebody go look up what they call Utah, or what it is called, and what we call it. Look up the meaning of Utah. That's your tidbit for the week. Now go do some research and learn up gopher wood tree. I'm going to give you a hint. God told Noah to make the ark of gopher wood tree. The only place you can find gopher wood tree to this day is in the United States, in the state of Florida. Go look that up. One more tidbit. Nah, I'm not gonna give you no more.
Miss Baker was cooking. But yeah, here's some information on the gopher tree, the gopher wood tree, and on the meaning of Utah. And in the words of Kevin Gates, Kingdom of Morocco, big Moroccan empire. Let's keep going. Lego.
Why you think they ain't fuck with Air Jamaica? It's a lot of fuel on that plane, but they know. They get on Air Jamaica, they be like, oh, shit. Call Osama, this is not the right flight. No, they have dreads. This is not going to work. You can't get on Air Jamaica talking about, hello, we're taking the plane. All you hear is... Sit down! Talk about hijack your mother! They hit it with the pussy, you know me? Cause that's a word in Jamaica. Can't hijack no plane full of angry Jamaicans. If it's Jamaicans, I'm sorry, y'all the angriest group of black people on the fucking planet. They will lick shot for every fucking thing. They the blue, 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 blue. Just simple shit. What you mean, what I want to drink? You want me shut up this whole bomber clad club, post the wall? You know me? I love them, but they angry. I don't understand it, man. And you from Jamaica. How the fuck are you so mad? I've been to Jamaica. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's great weather. You go to the beach. The water's blue. You know what I'm saying? You ever go to the beach in New York? We should be mad. You go to the beach in New York? Nigga, you would come out with a drug addiction. Nigga go swimming and come out like, oh, shit. Oh, shit, man.
I had to just throw a little funny clip in there, y'all, just to, give some, comedy. So, but let's keep going to the next clip, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
Finally did it, y'all. As you can see by this picture behind me, she literally in a picture with Rick Owens and Michelle Lamy. Y'all all know they are hella demonic. She Rick Owen down from head to toe. Like they always say, you're only a product of your environment. So you hanging around people like this, you already know you're just like them. But I'm pretty sure this was her initiation, y'all. Like the pictures that they took, they got a little candle set up and everything. Y'all, just look at the picture. I'm telling y'all, this was her initiation. When y'all see her pop out with some new music and that shit just go up, I'm talking about bigger than it ever has. You all know why. Uzi spent the last couple of years already converting her to Satan, and now they just finished it off. I believe they are now her handlers. We all know her rap career fell off. Her and Young Miami wasn't cutting it. I'm just trying to figure out, other than the reason why I said, why do y'all think she'd be around people like this if she don't have nothing going for herself? But she had some popularity, and they like, yeah, if you want to keep that popularity and get some more opportunities, all you got to do is give that yeah.
I mean, I know I've talked before about Marina Abramovic, but this is part 2 of Marina Abramovic, Michelle Lamy, and her husband Rick Owens. Do your research. Here's a picture of him, and here's a couple picture of Michelle Lamy. She's very big in the industry. She's, a really big, witch in the industry. But I'm just saying, make it make sense when it just be right there. Yeah. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, though. Let's just keep going, y'all.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop paying mind to everything, because literally when you give your attention away, you're paying attention. Attention is the true currency of anything in life. Why do you think when you have to go to work, you gotta clock in, they only pay you if you're paying attention? Why do you think when you're on social media, they want you to stay scrolling because they want to pay with your attention? Why do you think your girlfriend or your boyfriend only fuck with you if you pay them attention? You see what I mean? Everything in life only happens through your attention. So when you pay bad thoughts attention, when you pay bad vibes your attention, what do you think that does to you? And what do you think that does for it? Meanwhile, while you watering that shit that don't serve you, you're stuck. You're not growing. You're not helping yourself, because God gave you your attention to be able to focus on yourself and bettering your life. Which is why I made the energy guide that's going to teach you how to actually start taking your power back and stop giving it to all things that no longer serve you. Because every day you need to set intentions, because intentions will determine where your attention goes and where your energy flows. So comment one love and I'll send this directly to your DMs. You already knowing.
Jamaica is the tip of an underwater mountain that extends all the way to the sea floor. This underwater mountain range is unsurprisingly called the Jamaica Ridge. From several different satellites in space, we can get kind of an image of what's going on underneath the island. Jamaica rose during the Miocene epoch, when the North American and Caribbean tectonic plates collided, forcing this land upward due to volcanic activity underneath the water. We note that the land Jamaica is comprised of definitely did rise out of the sea, because we can see that it was underwater for a very long time due to the fact that the land is comprised of mostly limestone. Limestone is formed when there is water with a high concentration of calcium carbonate sediments. In most cases of land formation, calcium carbonate sediment is found in marine environments, so underneath the water. Nearly 50% of Jamaica is over 1,000 feet above sea level due to this mountainous formation. Jamaica is actually one of the most mountainous islands in the Caribbean, and I think it comes in the top 3. Jamaica has never been connected to another continent in its dry land state today. This is why I accredit Jamaica's unique wildlife with the land formation. So is Jamaica a volcano? 25 million years ago and before? Yes. It seems that most of the islands in the Caribbean were underwater volcanoes and became encased in limestone from being underneath the water for such a long time. Is Jamaica still a volcano, or has it been in the past few million years? No. Is 25 million years, or even a little bit less, enough time for unique species to develop? I think yes, absolutely. I think this is the picture that shows the underwater, well, what we can see of it with the least disturbance or least like cloud cover. It looks really great here. You can definitely see underneath the island. It's coming up above something. I think that's really awesome. Anyways, that's all I wanted to tell you. Bye.
Great. I learned something. Did you? Let me know in the comments. So we've reached the end. You guys, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our little trip to Jamaica. You know, I love reggae. So this was fun for me. My editing process is gonna be Jamaica filled and listening to some reggae and just getting into the zone. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. Of course, y'all know this video, of course, turned out to be long. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know no other way, y'all. I don't know no other way. But if you learned something, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I know we're growing. I can't wait until we continue to grow and get more and more family up in our community so that we can start communicating and having some dialogue back and forth. But I won't hold you guys. I'm going to let you guys go. It has been a great morning. I have to cook today. Yeah, I love cooking. I do. I love cooking. But sometimes it just be like, oh, when I have a bunch of stuff to do, like laundry, cooking, recording, editing, kids, life, just doing things, it'd be like, oh, I'll be just checking off my list. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. I enjoyed my time with you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, I'm out. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on those notification bells. Turn on those notification bells so you don't miss any of my uploads, any of my content. You know, I noticed that even with my own YouTube, I have to constantly go back and make sure I'm subscribed to people and make sure that I have my notifications on because I will miss content. But like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all until next time.